stupid. What the hell? Now I'm hot as fuck.
It's been a while since we have recorded a YouTube video, but we're back at it.
We back at it. And speaking the truth.
And today's topic is a really interesting topic. We're going to talk about the things that people don't tell you about Instagram.
The real truth.
And how we started Instagram, just everything about what led us to where we are today. Do you want to start?
I'm ready.
Okay, go.
Well, I don't know the topic.
Okay, so we have a few things written down. The first topic we're going to touch on is how we met. And
well, we both trained with the same personal trainer. No comment.
Let's keep this friendly. Let's not even throw any shade. Or should we throw
I kind of want to throw shade,
okay,
honestly.
go.
Like,
all
right. I just want to say that personal trainer just was. We were brainwashed. We were brainwashed, and it was just a little intense at the time.
But we didn't know any better. You know, when you're first starting off training, if you're out there and you go to the gym and you try to eat right, you know, sometimes you believe what people tell you because they achieve.
Yeah, especially someone you like really looked up to.
Right, and like you look at the way their body is, and like you look at certain people that they train, and you think that you can achieve that same body, but everyone's different, and that's what people fail to tell you. Like, they don't give you much knowledge about your nutrition and your training
or any background. You always have to make sure you know their background, everything. Just ask questions.
So we came a long way, and we learned a lot. This was 6 years ago and that's when we first met, and we were both training with this trainer who at the time we thought she was like amazing, like hands down the best trainer ever.
We're like, oh.
But now that we know more and we're better educated, we know that that's not the proper way to train and the proper way to eat. So, but that's a whole other story.
That's like another video.
Yeah.
But yeah, ever since then we've been
BFFs, inseparable. No, but really it's crazy because I never thought that our friendship would get to this level, but I'm so happy that it did.
It's a little too close.
But yeah, so that's how we met. And back when we started Instagram, we started because we wanted to compete.
Yeah,
no, we did. We wanted to do bikini competitions, and actually you did a competition.
I ended up competing.
I ended up not competing. I had a lot of I just had a lot of injuries, and
this bitch was breaking.
Yeah, I just lost, like, I don't know. I wasn't as determined, and I didn't want to do it anymore. I realized that it just wasn't for me, and I had other visions, other places that I wanted to take my Instagram. So when we started Instagram was very different than it is today.
It was so easy to grow.
And I wouldn't say it was easy to grow, it was easier.
Yeah, it was super easy, and like, I don't know, I just felt like
it was less saturated. There was like less people doing it, and I don't know, it was a lot easier to grow, but it was still difficult. And we started off Instagram with workout videos and diets, like showing our diet.
I know, we showed food, workouts, and then we started modeling.
Right, and we started like doing photo shoots.
Oh my god.
Which maybe we should put some like overlays of photos on the video.
I definitely want to put pictures
to show them. Yeah, we'll put some pictures on, like right here. So hilarious, so you guys can get a good laugh. But that's how we started, and we have been on Instagram since I've been on Instagram since I was about 16 years old, and it didn't really start picking up until probably about like 3 years ago, and that's when my page started to grow a lot.
3 years ago, really?
I think like 3-4 years ago, yeah, that's when my page started to really like kick and like grow.
No way. I think it was definitely like around when we both met. Like, you just boomed.
No, it was growing then, like slow, but like
but you were still up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we were both growing pretty fast, but you just like went.
Yeah. So I mean, Instagram is great. If you use it for the right reasons, if you keep it classy yet a little bit, you can get sexy, not too sexy. If you know how to market yourself, it could be a wonderful platform, and you can use it for a variety of things. And things that I could never ever imagine that would ever, I don't know, I just never imagined Instagram could be what it is today. You know, I never imagined you can do so much with Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what we're here to talk about is our biggest struggles on Instagram, why we hate Instagram, why we love Instagram. So let's get into it. So what do you think is your biggest struggle on Instagram?
I don't know. I don't know.
That was a delayed response.
Well, I just don't know.
I can tell you mine, like right away, but you don't know what your biggest struggle that you face, like.
Well, yeah, mine is like, I have all these followers and it's so inactive, and I don't get, and people think I have like fake followers, and it's like, no, because back in the day, I would post a picture and I'd be like swarming up like how it is now with most girls that grew now. But I guess since I took a break of like a year, it just like fell out of place, and that was like the worst mistake I could have done. But what is yours?
I feel like my biggest struggle on Instagram is like keeping the creativity going, you know, like trying to always do something out of the box, trying to do something different. I'm always like, I'm so hard on myself because I want to do things that are different, but at the same time it's like, what can I do? So I'm always like, it's always like the biggest
I know, it's always like a, I don't know, I guess sometimes like a competition, and it gets a little catty.
Yeah, like I try not to look too much at what other people are doing and like compare myself to people, because if you do that,
That's not nice.
See, Siri agrees.
Not nice.
So if you do that, if you are constantly comparing yourself to others or looking at the way,
yeah, don't do that,
others' lifestyle and comparing it to yours, you are gonna be very, very miserable on Instagram. You don't want to be that way. You just want to be. I love girls that support girls on Instagram. I think it's the most amazing thing. So if someone's supporting me, I'm supporting them, and even if they're not supporting me, I'm supporting them anyways.
Yeah, no.
Because I feel like that's the biggest thing right now on Instagram.
Yeah,
like,
but a lot of people don't understand that. So if you're not showing love to other girls, like they're not gonna come and be like.
Right. So I feel like that's one of the biggest things right now on Instagram.
A lot of interaction.
Yeah. So the more you interact with others, the more you kind of grow, and the more others want to interact with you. So it's awesome, you know, like show love for love, and I think love always wins. So but yeah, and right now on Instagram it's just a lot harder to grow. There's just so many accounts, and there's so many people trying to become an influencer, and I feel like
you know what I feel like sometimes it's like, I feel like closing my account and starting a brand new one. For some reason, I feel like Instagram put a restriction on my page, and I have no idea why.
No,
but I feel like girls like literally from zero grow like overnight.
Right, you can't feel like discouraged because of your likes or your comments. Like you can't let that discourage you, because if that's the case, you're gonna drive yourself insane. So I used to be one of those people that like, if my photos didn't get a certain amount of likes, I wanted to delete it. I'm like, fuck.
Well, because we're so used to like.
But you can't let the likes discourage you, because it'll drive you insane, especially right now because Instagram is so inconsistent. So I kind of do wish that they like would bring the like not show the likes, because then it's like
more of a view.
Well, like just not show how many likes you get for photo, because think about it, I post way more photos if I like didn't care to know how, like, is this gonna get likes, you know? Because like at the end of the day, that is how kind of like we think, you know, that's the thought process. Like, is this photo gonna do well? Like, is this photo gonna get likes? Like, you want to throw in a little thirst trap here and there, you know,
thirst trap,
because you want the likes and you want the engagement, obviously. But
I think consistency is just,
yeah, that's so
having that same, like, which is something that I deal with because I do so many different things,
right? So
it's hard to keep just like one.
Yeah, like making your page kind of flow, sort of.
Yeah, like now it's like makeup, but I still have fitness, I like health, I like,
right. So it's like incorporating it all. Just
it's really hard.
Yeah, I've been struggling with that a little bit too, because I want to do fitness, I want to do fashion, I want to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. A little bit of many talents. I want to show my business side.
Literally,
like,
and it's like the mermaid. It's like, where does this mermaid come out of? Like,
it's like, what do you show? Like, how do you know?
I don't know.
So it's tricky, you know. It's very hard to find your little niche, but I feel like once you find it, it all like goes together, and
just be consistent.
Yeah.
Nice.
And okay, so what do we love about Instagram? what I love about Instagram is the people that it connects me to sometimes. I've met some of my best friends are from Instagram, which is so crazy, you know?
And I love how many people you could meet.
Right, the networking is just insane. And I love working with different brands, like different clothing brands, it just connects you with so many people worldwide, and it's amazing. I think that
you can even be like Insta besties and you don't even know each other in person.
I have some of those. Shout out to my Insta friends that I've never met, but like we're good friends. I just feel like Instagram is such a powerful place if you use it for the right reason, and there's just so much you can do and you can learn a lot too. I feel like a lot of people put in a lot of valuable content that if you take your time, instead of scrolling through these people that you think have like this beautiful life, like you scroll through like motivational people that like speak and like, I don't know, you can learn so much, and Instagram can be really valuable like if you use it for the right reasons. That's why I love it. I feel like and it gives me so many ideas. It gets like my creative juices flowing.
If you're following the right people.
Yeah, for sure. Like
that's one thing. Like you have to be following the right people with good vibes.
Yeah, always good vibes win.
I don't know. I just feel like kids now are just like,
I know,
they're looking
up to you.
It's
kind of an illusion, you know, because obviously we only show what we want people to see. Like I don't show people my whole life and like every struggle that I go through. I don't want people to see that, you know, but obviously everyone has their struggles. No one's perfect, so it kind of gives you like that illusion, and I don't know, it can be misleading. If you don't have a good head on your shoulders, and I don't know, it can be hard. I can see where like a lot of people might So I think the next one was, what do we hate about Instagram? We kind of like already talked about that. What do I hate about Instagram?
Oh my god, I could definitely. I hate about Instagram. Cry, baby, cry. What I hate about Instagram, I just hate when people show. I don't know how to explain it. Like, they show a side of them.
That's not really them.
That's
you
not
know them.
Like you know, and it's like they put themselves as like this superstar,
right? But you know deep down, like
no, and then you know them, and it's like, what? Like I don't know. I just feel like you should always be yourself.
That's always been so important to me. Yeah, that's always like everyone that meets me, they're like, oh my god, you're so humble. I'm like, well, that's like, why wouldn't I be? Like, people have this idea of you in their mind, and I try to stay away from that. Like I hardly bring up my Instagram to people because I don't want them to be like, I don't know, I hate when people think that you're like too good
or you're
like,
better than them.
Yeah,
like, no,
it's never like that. Like, and it's never about numbers. Like I don't care like how many followers someone has, you know, like it means nothing to me.
I mean, obviously it has its perks when it comes to certain things, but in reality it's just like, it's just Instagram.
Right. And at the end of the day, like, it matters most who you are inside and your soul. It means so much more than your appearance and you know, so I just always try to hold on to that, and that's kind of like why I made my no filter page too, to show everyone that it's not always perfect, it's not always like, you know, and it's so hard to create content. Like you see what we go through on the day-to-day basis. Like some days we love what we take, like we love the content, and other days we're like, do I really look like this? Like, is this what the fuck I look like? Like
we don't put on makeup every day.
No, not at all. And I feel like sometimes people like that better. Like they like when you're yourself. Like, of course it's so fun to like get glammed up, and we do it for us, not really for others.
Yeah, like I do it for Instagram just because, I don't know, it just makes me feel good.
Yeah, I know, I feel that. Like I like to get glammed up and stuff too, but there's nothing like just being yourself. Like people love that.
Natural.
Yeah.
During the week, that's our natural thing.
Yeah. Because on day-to-day basis we were never like really glammed up.
No, let's be real. Now everyone's wearing those like heels every day and suited up type dresses.
More like sweatpants.
No, during the week I'm like wearing gym clothes.
During the week I don't even
makeup. Like, you know what's funny, when you run into like a follower or someone that knows you in the gym or like somewhere,
it's
and
always
like,
when you look like shit too. So I'm always like shit. People always notice me, and they're like, oh, I just saw you. I'm like,
yeah, you wanna hide. You're like, like, oh my God. But it's because that's why sometimes it's better to just show your natural side, because if, God forbid, someone sees you on the street,
you're like, oh,
you'll be like, oh, catfish.
Like, yeah, she doesn't look like that. Like,
yeah, so that's like the worst thing you could possibly do.
Well, sorry guys, I'm still getting over his sickness. Let's talk about how hard it is sometimes to create content, like to create good content. Like some days we'll spend hours just trying to get a good picture in something, and we won't like, either we won't like the lighting, or like it's just an off day, you know. So it's very, very hard actually. I mean, like, yeah, I think it's an easy,
no, it's super hard.
And like,
but
to make
you know what it is, that this is a topic I do want to touch, that a lot of people don't understand the influencer life.
We're really hard on ourselves. I mean, I am hard on myself.
Or they think it's like BS, but it's like,
it's work every single day.
And it's work, but it's like the smartest thing, because it's like, what, you work for a company that you love and you really like,
yeah, like, and you wanna get better and better, just so you can grow in all aspects though, like not just like, obviously like I want my page to grow, but I want to grow as a person. Like I want to be the best version of me possible. So I focus on that a lot, and I don't just want to be an influence for everyone else, but I want to be a good influence for myself. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I want to always put myself first, you know?
I mean, I think one thing that I do admire of you is that you use Instagram as a platform.
Right.
And you created a business out of it.
Right.
So God forbid Instagram closes, you at least have something. Yeah.
And that was always so important to me. Like I mean, I knew I wanted to be a businesswoman. I knew I never wanted to work for someone a day in my life. Like even though I did, I worked hard, super hard. I've probably had like, I don't even know, I've had countless jobs. I've done it all, and I hated it, to be honest. Yeah, I knew I had to be my own boss. Yeah. And I worked for it every single day. I got discouraged, of course, we all get discouraged. I've had my moments too, and I just want to let you know that if you're trying to pursue something like with Instagram wise or whatever it may be, don't get discouraged. Just do it, you know? Like, what's the worst that could happen?
I kind of want to talk about how I transitioned from fitness to makeup now.
So now we can touch on like how you can transition your Instagram from one thing to another. Like how, like I started posting strictly fitness, and I went from fitness to fashion, bikinis, like kind of doing a little bit of everything, because that's what I love, you know. So I don't feel like I need to be strict with that, like, oh, I'm only gonna post fitness, or I'm only gonna post this. No, I want to show all of my sides, and I feel like people want to see that. They like that, you know, like. And what you did is amazing too.
So I went from fitness, and now I went to makeup, but I still kept a little bit of model in it, but I'm still trying to make the transition into just makeup. But
yeah, and I remember that like back in the days when we used to have like our photo shoots, I would sleep at Brianna's house. This is way back when, and she would do my makeup, you know, and she was pretty good, but she wasn't like this good. I don't know what, like I knew you always had a passion for it. Like you would always just like do our makeup for the photo shoots and stuff, and I liked it, but like you got so freaking good. Let's talk about that. Like
let's talk about that.
Like how does she like just, I don't know, crazy. But
it was a lot of practice, but a lot of things happen with the fitness world, and I kind of just, I mean, I still work out, don't get me wrong, but that's another whole video. But now it's just like, makeup is my passion.
Right. And you have to follow your passion. Like, regardless of what anyone tells you, never ever let that passion die out. Like, never. Oh my God, I would not be where I am today if I listened to what everyone else had to say. Because the naysayers will say anything to put you down, literally anything. Because obviously I expose myself, I expose my body, so like people
I feel like we have so many haters.
Oh yeah.
Back then it was so many haters, like way more.
Because when we started, Instagram wasn't this big. Like
I know, it was like a little tiny little platform.
No one really knew the power of Instagram. Like it wasn't like it is today, you know. So I'm sure people knew, but we didn't know. And the people that we were surrounded by, they had no idea either. We just did it because it was a passion of ours. Like we like to model, we like to shoot, we like to work out, so we like to show that. And I feel like it was so important because that's a really, really good point, because
you know what
we always held on to what we believed in, and we didn't care what anyone said.
No.
Because we had a lot of people trying to put us down. I remember that. And myself especially, like in school, in high school, like no one believed in what I did. Like they didn't understand it, you know. But if I were to listen to people that now, they ask me so many questions, like about my life and about
what do you do?
And it's okay. I understand, you know, I understand. I was very curious about it as well at first. And I always answer everyone's question. I treat everyone super, super good when they ask me about Instagram, like very humbled about it all. But I just think the point is, it's so important to never ever let the passion die out. And if it's really something that you want and that you believe in, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Like, just go for it. That's what we did. Fuck yeah. No,
but damn, I forgot what I was gonna say when you freaking kept on talking.
I know, I tend to talk a lot. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you guys for watching
our little crazy
rant.
Literally.
We'll get better at this. It's our first one, but we plan on doing a lot of these just to educate and really just to like talk. We have a lot
inform you guys about what really goes on
in our world.
And if you guys have any ideas
for videos, any questions, anything, drop it below.
Let us know.
And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We'll be back with more.
We'll be back. We'll be back. Okay.
Bye.
Bye.